What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and welcome back to my RC Chop Shop. What we have here today is the X6050, an awesome aircraft, one of my favorites. If you follow my channel, you know I am very fond of the Huying Toys X6050. This thing here. Why do I have it open like this? Well, I got some new motors from Micro Motor Warehouse. So I'm upgrading this thing. The motors come like this in this little packet here with Benedict's card in there. Shout out to Benedict for making the best motors on the planet, the best micro motors. And these are the fast ones. I'll put a link in the description to how to get these, to where to get them from, so you know exactly which ones these are. But these are 7.5 these are 7mm motors, the fast ones. If I remember correctly, he also has medium ones there. These are the fast. I don't think they have the black dark edition motors in this size, because I have some 8.5mm dark edition motors. So basically I'm trying to get this thing a little more oomph. And also, while I'm at it, you might see the lens covers back there. I'm swapping the lights to put them in the right format. There are the lights there. It's a pretty easy swap for this quad, because this quad actually have plug and play lights. So the lights are plug and play with this. So yeah, let's get right to it. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to, because the Micro Motor Warehouse motors come with these micro plugs on them, I have to remove those. I'm going to use my trusty wire cutters to strip the wire on the ends a little, so I can splice the wires together. And then I have my soldering iron fired up. I'm going to just apply some solder onto the tips of them once I splice them together to hold them. And then I might hot glue them, the ends where I spliced them together. Or maybe I might just put some crazy glue on them, or some Gorilla Glue or something like that. But we'll see. Let's get it. So, hold on a second. Okay, I had to make sure everything was okay with everything. Oh yeah, I just finished another mod. I should have captured this whole thing on the ChopShop, but we are going to get some flight footage of this in a next upcoming episode. This was the JJRC JJ830, and if you saw the quick review on this thing, it didn't really fly fast. It's a beginner's quad. It was a nice quad. However, I desire something a little more fast flying. So what I did was I put a V252 flight controller in here. So the board and the brains from the V252 Pro, that's what's in here. And I actually kept the LEDs on the ends. I just soldered the LEDs onto the light connections on the board. And so this thing has internal LEDs and external LEDs. So it looks really nice when it light up. I think it lights up probably better than the 1000A Lightning UFO. Let's check it out. Look at that. Pretty awesome. I was flying it around last night, checking it out. Back to this. So I found that these micro plugs here, when I was doing a mod, doing a mod on the U807, and it has micro connectors like this, and they were easy to remove and replace them. These here aren't. They're very hard to take off. Once you get them off, usually the wire breaks off in there, so you can't reuse these, so I'm just going to cut them. I wish they were long enough. These motors don't come with long enough wires to complete the job without splicing the wires. So because of these wires being too short on the motors, what I had to do is the motors that were already soldered on, I just cut the wires and spliced them. So that's the reason why we're splicing instead of just soldering. You hear that, Benedict? Y'all need to get some longer wires on these things. Ran into that problem twice. I actually tried to upgrade the U807 with dark edition motors, but the wires were too short and I didn't really want to splice them. Being as though they already had the plugs on them, I said what the heck and just left it the way it was. And I guess I'll use those dark edition motors on an upcoming episode. Let me see, this is the one we're on now. Have to remove these pinions off of here. Trusty wire cutters, here they are. We're going to get about 1.5 inches on here, maybe 1.25 inches. About right there. Got that pinion off with the teeth. This motor on. This goes down in here. There you go. So the pinion spinning right. This goes on here. So I'm just splicing these together. Gotta strip the tips of them to have space to twist them together. Then I apply some solder on to them once I twist them together. See, just the tips of it. Just the tips of them you want to strip the wire covering off of, just to expose some of the wire. That's it. Got them all wired. Now just to put this thing back together. Almost forgot, before you put this back together, put a drop of crazy glue or something to seal it. I know you're probably like, that's crazy. What are you throwing crazy glue on it for? I just think this will help. So in case the wires touch or whatever, you won't have metal touching metal and short it out or whatnot. I should have used some hot glue, but whatever. I'm only using crazy glue right now because it's fast. And firing up the hot glue gun is a little more time consuming. And I'm thinking this might work just about as well. Okay, we're out here cleaning X6050 after the upgrade. Let's see how it flies. It's a little windy out here, but this thing never had a problem with fighting wind though. Going into the wind there. That's with the wind. Seems to be flying awesome. Let me show you guys some of the maneuverability of this thing. This one's definitely a sleeper. It's the best Cyma X5C clone that I know of. I haven't seen anything that tops this yaw rate that this one has, or the pitch. It's really windy out here. Check out the awesome yaw rate it has in the wind. This thing could spin around on one motor pod. That's excellent for an X5C clone, I would say. It was weird, I saw this quad was actually featured on Quadcopter 101, and clearly he was flying it with showing its maneuverability, but no one ever said anything good about it. I don't know why. Well, actually, in his defense, it was the episode where the UFO showed up, so maybe that took away its thunder. But clearly I could see that he was flying it using the yaw rate, and you clearly saw that the yaw rate was better than all the other X5C clones that he had on there. But nobody ever said anything about it. I was like, what the heck is going on? But, like I said, this one is clearly a sleeper. So the battery seems to be getting low. One bad thing about this is the LVC warning. It doesn't have a really good LVC warning on this one. Other than that, it's an excellent flyer. Has an awesome yaw rate, very deep pitch, spin around on one motor pod. Yeah, the battery is getting low. It gets really sluggish with low battery, and the wind's pushing it too. So I guess I'm going to bring it in. Not even going to attempt to land it on that pole there. So that's it. Huying Toys X6050. Upgraded motors from Micro Motor Warehouse. Thanks for watching.